Founders Day to the men of Phi. Happy Founders Day to the men of Phi Beta Sigma. For 106 years, Phi Beta Sigma has been a brotherhood of conscious men actively serving in their communities. And men like my friend John Lewis, who have done so much for this country. So thank you, and please keep it up. We need you.
Joe Biden speaks with fraternity, sorority members. Of course, because he's one of them. Now, last year, supposedly, I'm sure you guys all heard that Joe Biden was made a Mason at sight. He would join this black Masonic lodge that they say typically doesn't allow non-black people to join. Give me a break. If you think Joe Biden made it to presidency without being a Freemason, without being a connected, without being part of the fraternities, you couldn't be more deceived. It's there in the handshakes, it's there in the gestures, it's there in the symbols. I don't care if, Google says that, although he went to a lot of fraternity parties, he wasn't actually a frat himself. As I've shown in the video, in the beginning, he was speaking at the fraternities. Okay, there's a reason for it, because they don't just let anybody come up and speak at these Masonic lodges. They don't just let anybody come up and speak at these fraternities. You have to be one of them, a former one of them. You have to be somebody. And so, yeah. And as you see right there, and even the pointing the finger up, that's a Masonic, occultic hand sign right there. Whether you're doing it with one finger or two fingers, but yeah, that's the. Well, like I said, it depends if you're talking about Freemasonry, if you're talking about occultic. But yeah, of course, for him, it's probably both. The mudra, it's probably the occultic and Masonic meanings for him, of course. But yeah, as you can see right there, it says Joe Biden potentially faces excommunication. No, they don't, because Masons, Catholics are Masons too. That whole thing's a lie. That Catholics aren't allowed to be Freemasons. They're the ones that, well, I'm not going to say started Freemasonry, but they're a major contributor to Freemasonry and whatnot. So absolutely, Catholics in the Catholic Church certainly are Masons and participate in Masonic lodges and whatnot. Now, a lot of times they have their own chapters and their own names, but they're the same thing. Like I said, different name, but the same doctrine, the same devilness is being taught in those places. And speaking of Masonic handshakes, as you can see him doing a Masonic handshake right there, and pointing the finger up again when he's younger. So it's not, he didn't just join in 2005, a year ago, joined a black Masonic lodge. No, he's been a Mason for all of his life. What it was they made him a Master Mason of the black Masonic Lodge, the Prince Hall Masonic Lodge. That's what that was. And as you guys can see right there, Fox News titled it "Britain Gripped with a Lot of," and you can't see the rest of it. That says it all right there, talking about his grip as it's showing a Masonic hand sign. And of course he's doing another Masonic hand sign right there with the pointing the finger up gesture. And we've seen so many celebrities do this. I mean, there's been so many videos and exposures doing this. And now, mind you, they're very careful now, like with the devil horns or the 666 or the point. They know that people know a lot of these main hand signs, and that people aren't falling for it's the I love you sign, or it's this or that. People are a lot more hip, and they're a lot more enlightened to a lot of the things that are going on, so they watch it a little more. It's not like it was in the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, where everybody was doing it everywhere for every picture because nobody knew what they were doing and everybody just thought they were rock and roll fans. Here Joe Biden is again, 666. Doing the point and hand sign up. Oh, it's just coincidence, he keeps doing the same hand signs. It's just all coincidence, all quinkety. And as you can see right there, doesn't matter if it's one finger or two fingers. Doesn't matter if you have the two fingers with the thumb over the second knuckle. It doesn't matter if you have it under it. They're all occultic hand signs. They're not hiding it anymore. And again, how many handshakes does this guy have? As you can see right here, he's shaking Trump's hand. with a different handshake. Here you see question over handshake. Yeah, because it's a Masonic handshake. You know, and here he is young with the young president, Jimmy Carter. And you can see the pressure that Jimmy Carter is pressing on that knuckle. But, you know, these fools shaking Trump's hand again different. You know, there he is shaking Ronald Reagan's hand. You know, shaking it so hard. You know, his hand's turning red. It's a joke. It's a complete joke. But again, people will argue against truth as they always do. People will find every excuse for their bubbles not to be popped, for their illusions and fantasies not to be destroyed. So we should not be surprised at all. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, you know, meant to do this video a long time ago, but I'm just now getting around to putting these videos back out. I appreciate you guys, and like I said, I have the Statler Brothers exposure coming up and the Billy Graham video exposures that will be released soon. They're taking a little bit longer than I thought, but they will be released very soon. God bless each and every one of you guys.